Hey everyone, welcome to my bilingual channel and podcast, A New Wind en Vent Nouveau in French. I am Marguerite and I will be your host. So on a weekly basis, we would be having a podcast release or conversation between myself and African entrepreneurs. And for example, let me explain a little bit the concept of this podcast. So, podcasting channel, YouTube channel nowadays. So, we've existed for 3 years now. So I came across different entrepreneurs from Africa, and also as an African, it's really hard to see how people are perceives us in the media or how they talk about us. And I never find myself I never find myself in what people say in the media. So I've just decided that why don't we just, as African, tell our own story? Because we can. Africa is full of potential. We have highly educated people and entrepreneurs. I do know a lot of entrepreneurs, young, anywhere from 20 to 50, that have hundreds of employees that started from nothing and built empires. So, and then we don't hear from them. We don't hear about this Africa that is moving, this Africa that is really, really positive, and this Africa that is developing. It's not poor everywhere. God forbid, it really is not. Africa is so much more than what we see in the media. And after, for example, for the month of April 2020, we will have a lot of contents to help you identify profitable investment opportunities in Africa. I've made it like our mission to talk about investment. So we will talk to you about investing in land, purchasing land or home or houses in West Africa. And I would be releasing every Saturday at noon Eastern Standard Time or 4 p.m. in Dakar, Senegal, or corresponding to 5 p.m. in Paris and Lagos time, the Nigerian capital. So we will be having episodes where we discuss with real African entrepreneurs that are going to tell us about their businesses, tell us about what they're doing in Africa, and tell us about what Africa is up to nowadays. And our first interview, for example, is with a financial advisor and a founder of a real estate agency in Bourg in Senegal, West Africa. Our real estate professional will guide you or us on the steps to follow in order to purchase a safe and secure property or land in Africa. And my next episode and my next guest will be with a very skilled builder and a skilled and professional builder. He employs over 130 people in Senegal. He has his construction business. He does personal and commercial buildings, and he's gonna go into explaining to us how to choose a good contractor, telling us about his business, how he has started, and also give a lot of tips to entrepreneurs looking to invest in Africa. So if you're looking to finance, because we cannot talk about real estate building without talking about financing. So we have a lot of banks in Africa, right? So I have a responsible of a bank, a local branch in Senegal. She will be coming in and telling us, and the bank is pretty. It's a huge bank. It's an African bank. It's all over the continent. So my bank specialist and financial specialist will come in and explain to us how if you're looking to loan money, or if you're looking to buy a home, or for business, to create a business, or any finance need that you have. She's gonna go in depth explaining how it works, how we lend money, how the financial institutions in Africa are doing, and how just to work the relationship between the lender and the borrower. So my first episode will be with a Nigerian university professor. She's amazing. She is extremely young, under 30, and she already has her own business, and she talks about global education. She has her own book also. She has written a book that is actually available on Amazon. I'm not displaying any names, I'm just letting you know our program. Just I'd like you so to invite you to follow our website if you'd like to find out more about our episodes, where I will link at my website on it, where you can go and discover the full episodes of the interviews. So yes, my Nigerian professor will be telling us about global education, the opportunity of global education. She's also going to be explaining for African students exclusively where you can go to find those opportunities, because a lot of companies, international multinational companies do offer grants and scholarships fully paid for Africans, specifically for Africans elite and African students. So if you're really interested as a student, you're like thinking of going maybe in the US or in Europe, or even in on the African continent, in Africa itself, you can find all the global opportunities in pursuing higher education. And yes, we're the last episode of the month will be about the African stock market. Yes, we do have a stock market, and it is pretty trendy for decades now. Our stock values are among the safest in the world's market. They're heavily guaranteed, and now is probably during this pandemic times with the coronavirus or the COVID-19, it might not, well, you might not think, wait a minute, why should I invest in the stock market? It's doing really poorly. But hey, you know what? It's during these times that you can assess what stocks are really strong, what companies are worth investing on. Because hey, it's like anything else, it's just gonna go away, and then we will resume normal life. And when that happened, if you were able to pick the right moment in time to invest, then you can maybe invest or diversify your portfolio, which are key to secure additional income or nurture a comfortable retirement plan as African. So this podcast is exclusively about Africa, and for not for only African people, it's for everyone. People curious about Africa, people who would really like to know what's going on in Africa besides what the mass media is telling us, because it's extremely different. It's nothing like what we see on mass media. It's different. I don't recognize that Africa that I see in the media. I really don't. That's not the place that I was born in or grew up in. And well, I'll be telling you about Africa, and Africans elite themselves will be telling you about Africa. So our last podcast of the month is about music. I take on the monthly basis. I how can I share my musical crush? So this artist is really really good. Okay, so I'm not gonna say a lot about it. I've been doing a lot of episodes on female artists, and this one is a guy, and he's pretty awesome. So thank you for making this long with our channel and podcast, Ne Wind Avant Nouveau in French. I can't wait to share our April episodes with you. So please check the description below, where I will be adding all the links to our website, our full episodes, and also anything that we do. Okay, that I just talked about today. Bye bye. À bientôt.